Alright guys, D'Angelo Duds again. Doing another little one-day build on this. This is a waste pouch. I've just chucked it on the belt sander just to rough it up a little bit. I'm going to keep these little. These are quite. I find it quite annoying, but I don't know. It kind of gives it a little bit of more character. It's another like coyote. I think they call it. Is it coyote brown? It's something like that. It's called this colour, or just a tan. Yeah, so I've got to do well, and a bit too harsh with the belt sander. Yeah, I've got to do a bit of sewing on it. A bit more distress into this, the actual face side of the belt, if you like. Once again, the buckle is sewn in and I can't get it off, so I'm gonna have to work with it like that, which isn't a big issue. But once again, I'm going to keep the inside clear. I may even keep this front pouch on. That'd be for a change, but I mess with these bits. So that'll be the next, well, today's little project. I've done a massive load of well, about 200 of them I think I've done, of these key rings. Basically they're Wasteland gifts that I'm putting together, selling them in packs of 10 for the Wastelands weekend out in the States. They're like just novelty gifting. There's like bits of bullets and bits of all sorts. I'll show them at some point. They're out hanging on the line at the minute, drying off. Well, doing a load of rusting and that with them. Anyway, back to the pouch. Yeah, I'm going to do a one-day jobby on this as well, I think. So I've done most of the distressing. I'm going to do a bit of sewing, and then I'm going to start adding some weathering using acrylics and the other bits and bobs that I do. So the next time you see it, it'll be ready for action. Yeah, so there we go. Anyway, nice one. See you soon, yos. Right, I've done a bit more distressing to the actual belt bits here. When that goes a bit fluffy, yeah, I'll just tart that up a little bit with a bit of fire, if you know what I mean. Yeah, nothing serious. Don't set the place on fire. Yeah, so I've just gone over it. I sprayed these with an alloy auto paint and let them dry, and then well, almost dry, so they're kind of, the paint's still a bit soft. And then what I've done, I've just, where I've graphited these zips now, yeah, as you can see, they're really smooth. Yeah, and the surplus graphite that falls on my workbench, then I just hit that with a bit of that and a bit of like I showed you with the on the other video with the red paint. I just sprayed a bit of black and then just touched it, and it gives it that kind of vibe, like an old metal again, you know. So, and I've chucked the graphite all over the bag. As you can see now, it's all filthy and dirty, which is how I wanted it. And now I'll just add some acrylic colours here and there, just to lighten it up a little bit and get certain bits to pop. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying with these kind of straps, where I've been working with it. So you end up with this, the original colour, and it's, you know, yeah, don't forget to do those pieces. It's just me, but yeah, it does my head in. I've missed a bit there. I've got a bit of sewing to do on that split to stop that from that splitting any further. Maybe a bit there as well. And then yeah, I'm just going to colour it, give it some colour, and then let it settle, and then lacquer the hell out of it, and bosh. I've done the same thing again. Look, I've just stuffed this with random bits just to give you, so I've got the pouch shape, look, and also inside the I've just put a bit of foam in there just to get, so I've got the pouch shape, and it's just easier to get into the corners and stuff. And look, oh my god, Billy one glove today, and yeah, shit balls, I've got to try and get all this shit off. It takes a while. My missus hates it. Anyway, so there we go, I'm nearly done. Yeah, I've got to rub this down a lot more with a cloth so this graphite doesn't come off on my hands, if you know what I mean. So I just keep rubbing until my cloth's kind of clear. Then I know, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get it all over my maulers anymore. So yeah, I'm going to do, what I might do is mix up some super glue with some grit and just give it some textures around here, and then I'll hit that with some browns or something just to make it look a bit more dirty. I'm kind of liking it as it is actually, but it still needs to, like, do you know what I mean, these pieces. Yeah, so there we go. And in there, that's annoying. So yeah, don't even know what this strap's all about actually. Don't know what that was for, but anyway, you can always dangle something in there or stick a thing in it. So there we go, almost done. All right, oh, just a little bit of a show and tell. I did a 3D print of a cheeky little yeah, RPG, like you do. Yeah, it's pretty much full size. I scaled it down. It's 8. I don't know how you do the scaling, but the whole thing's 8mm smaller than the original thing, and that was because at the time the print bed that I had on this is all 3D printed, apart from the screws, and I've added bits of metal and bits and bobs on it. But like, as you can see, it's proper light, so it's great for photo shoots and larpy stuff. Yeah, the print bed that I had at the, because I've got 2 printers, but yeah, but I didn't at the time, so I couldn't fit it all on it, if you know what I mean. I didn't want too many sections to add it, because it just kind of weakens it. I mean, yeah, obviously if you drop this from a height, it'll probably break, but it looks pretty bloody cool though, doesn't it? You know, bosh, have it with the smiley face. Yeah, and I did the back end of it, it's supposed to be like a timber thing, but it just looked a bit pants, so I've dupe wrapped it, and I've done the good old wiry technique on it to make it look a bit more funky. But I thought I'd just show it just for something to do, like you do. And yeah, the sights all fold up and bosh. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, gonna crack on with the pouch and yeah, see what happens. But if anyone's interested in that, chuck me a message. It's just the box. I've got to get a box big enough for it. And obviously if you live abroad, make sure you're allowed to have that kind of thing. Anyway, right, there we go. I've done it really. I've had this blue paint acrylic for ages and I've never used it. No, I've never used it on nothing, so I don't know, thought I'd do something a little bit different, so I've done a bit of a bluey thing going on. I kind of like it. I think it's quite funky. It's got this little bit of bluey vibe, and all I've been doing is just like dabbing it on and really rubbing it in. It tones down because it mixes with the other crap that's already on there, so it kind of dirties it up. I just thought it'd just be a bit different, because it all gets a bit samey otherwise, doesn't it? Dirty, rusty, post-apocalyptic. Well, I've been doing this sort of thing for a while. It can feel like it's all a bit samey, and so I just thought, why not? I don't know what you think of it, but I kind of like it. It's a bit different. So there we go. a little bluey post-apocalyptic waste pouch, utility pouch, which is quite cool. It's got a nice dump there. I'm going to leave this little pocket here. It'd be great for a phone and all that sort of stuff. And you've got these are a bit, I don't know, you can put something in there. These little front pouches. Yeah, but it'd be pretty cool. And have a little sort of add-on to your post-apocalyptic costume, you know. It's kind of like a cyberpunky type of colour. Yeah, kind of like it. It stains really well as well. Pigment in it, pretty cool. So yeah, there we go. Another little one-day build. Bosch cheeky waste pouch, utility pouch. So there we go. That's it for today. I'm going to crack on. Obviously I've got to do the same, let this settle, and I'll just lacquer the hell out of it to fix everything, so this doesn't start, you know, these are fresh gloves, but if I, you know, you can still, stuff's still coming off it, so I need to let it settle, lacquer the hell out of it. Bosch ready. There we go. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Not sure what I'm going to do just yet. I've got another rig I think I want to do. Ended up picking up some weird stuff, which, yeah, it'll be funky anyway. And it's a different type of rig. It's not the normal webbing. It's basically a rig that you use for, gardeners use for when they attach one of those petrol strimmer type things to it. It's like a harness to hold the weight of it whilst you're working, but it's a really nice shape in it. Yeah, I do like mucking about with those weird shaped things. So there we go. I'll catch you on the next one. All the best. Cool beans. All the bits.